Hello, everybody. This is Joe from PrepAgent. How are you guys doing this evening? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Adrian, you on the line with me?
I am here.
Everybody give the thumbs up if you can hear Adrian as well as me. We're trying new fancy high-tech stuff. High-tech if you're middle-aged like we are. Pretty standard if you're like 15.
Thumbs up. All right.
All right, now I gotta close some windows here. I gotta find between us messing with this, I kind of lost the screen. Okay, but in the meantime, while I'm looking for where my screen is on my Mac, oh, I just found it. Yay. Okay, I was gonna say, let's go over some basic concepts. Does everybody know what a deed is? Who knows what a deed is? So today we're talking about property transfer property. We have to know what a deed is. What do you guys think? Who knows what a deed is? A deed is evidence of transfer. Evidence of transfer. Good. Okay, what is used to transfer personal property? What is used to transfer personal property? What do you guys think? What is used to transfer personal property? So a deed is for real property, and what is for personal property? A bill of sale. Adrian, you there?
I am, but I'm muted.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you want to explain the difference between personal and real property?
Yeah, I'm down.
Just for the record, everybody, this is Adrian's first time explaining concept to the group. Ready, go.
Real property is movable. It's part of your real estate, and personal property goes with the person. Sorry, real property is immovable. I already messed that one up. Personal property is movable and goes with the person.
Perfect. Everybody got that? Real property is immovable and goes with the real estate. Personal property is movable and goes with the person. I think I caught you off guard there.
Yeah, you did a good job with that.
Thank you. Okay. So let's look at the question on the board. What type of policy will cover everything? I apologize, guys. I already clicked the answer here. But no policy covers everything. So when you guys hear the word everything, that is an absolute on your exam. Do you guys know what I mean by absolutes? What do I mean by absolutes? So when I say absolutes, I mean words like everything, always, never. We don't like those. We like words like sometimes, usually, all right? Things that leave room for exceptions to the rule. Does that make sense, guys? Good. Here, Adrian, you can mute yours. You just go in the chat.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. So just so you guys know, we were testing the audio with Adrian because he's going to be doing the webinar tomorrow. So everybody be excited. It'll be his first webinar. Everybody say good luck. Good luck to Adrian because tomorrow's first webinar. I hope you guys attend and cheer him on and are supportive as you've always been with me, which I'm sure everybody will be. Everybody's always great in this chat. I will say I want to compliment everybody and say how grateful I am because as I've done these, it's not always easy and it's very scary putting yourself out there. And the people in the chat who study have always been supportive and great. And more importantly, you've always supported each other. So I just want to share my appreciation. Going on these things sometimes can be a little daunting, but everybody here has always been pretty awesome. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so no policy covers everything. No policy covers everything. Okay, so with that being said, everybody, let's really try and encourage people who don't know the answers to step up and give answers. We always hear from people who know the answers. We want people who don't know also to answer because then we know what to explain. Don't be shy. Don't worry, you're behind a computer. Everybody write and support me on this. If you don't know the answers, please let us know, all right? Let us know. We want everybody participating, right, guys? Including the people who are brand new, who either feel like they're not getting it or don't feel like they're on it with this stuff or just started studying, whatever it may be. We want those people stepping in and answering as well. Okay. An agreement where one party agrees to reimburse the other party for damages suffered in the event of clearly defined risk in exchange for the payment of monetary consideration, commonly known as A, a lease agreement, B, a management agreement, C, an insurance policy, or D, a fidelity bond. You're welcome, Mike. So now more than ever, I want the people who don't understand to step up, because one, don't worry about feeling silly. Everybody's got to start somewhere. But two, don't worry about slowing down the webinar, because now we have Adrian here on the chat to explain stuff for you. So if you guys ask a question and maybe it's not in tune with what we're doing, that's fine, because I could still keep the pace going and he could answer that question. That's one of the reasons why I want Adrian helping. So I don't have to stop the flow of what I'm doing to answer somebody, but yet your question can still be answered. So that's why we have two people helping the webinar now. Okay, the IRS would define marginal tax rate as A, the tax rate used for your state income taxes, B, the difference between the present tax rate and the past tax rate, C, the tax rate which is used for the next dollar of taxable income, or D, none of the other options are correct. Okay, just remember, next dollar earned, next dollar earned. Speaking of taxes, there's an important concept you guys should know for your real estate exam, but also for life. Margaret, that's just the definition. Marginal tax rate is, by definition, the tax on the next dollar earned. Okay, so who's ever heard of a 1031 tax deferred exchange? A 1031 tax deferred exchange. Who knows what that one's about? A 1031 tax deferred exchange. Okay, this is an important concept, not only for your real estate exam, but also for life as an agent. So what is a 1031 tax deferred exchange? Sometimes you hear it as a tax-free exchange as well. Okay, so this is super important. So what it basically means, and here's the simple way to explain it. Okay, ready, guys? When you sell a property, you take the money from the old property, the one you just sold, and you put it into another one. That's the simplest way to explain it. Now, obviously, we're going to go into more detail about it, but on its fundamental issue, that's what it is. What I see a lot when people are studying is they throw out words they see in when they study, but they don't really understand the core concept. Like I'll hear like 45 days, like kind, boot, and they throw out these words. But really, we got to understand what it means at its fundamental. So what it basically means, you're taking the money from one property and you're putting it into another. By putting it into another, you're not getting taxed on that transaction. They say deferred because eventually you're not going to want to put that money into another property. Eventually you want to take it home and, I don't know, go on vacation with it. So basically you take the money, put it into another one, it's deferred. So Treasure Deals by Leela Biz says keep investing so you have to pay taxes. Pretty much, exactly. You're taking the money, you're reinvesting it. Okay? So when you have that situation, there are time frames. You have a time frame to identify the property and a time frame to close the deal on it. So you sell the property and you know which property you want to go to. How much time do you have to identify the other property after the sale? And Shannon James, they're a little different. Exclusive broker agreement. Adrian, maybe if you wouldn't mind looking up for Shannon the difference between an exclusive broker agreement and a listing agreement. Okay, so it's 45 days to identify the property and 180 days to close the deal. And Taylor James says it's different for every state. This is not. So Taylor, this is a federal law. This is not state specific. So it doesn't matter what state you're in. This is a federal law. In fact, many people do this across state borders, okay? That's a great question, Taylor. I appreciate that. A written instrument which passes title of property, such as furniture purchased as part of a home sale for seller to buyer, would be A, lease, B, title, C, bill of sale, or D, deed. That's correct. Treasure Deals by Lily Biz. Can I just call you Lily? That's a long sentence. Okay, bill of sale. We went over that before. Okay, now when we talk about deeds, we discussed that it's evidence of a transfer. Title is ownership, deed is evidence of a transfer. Okay? There's different types of deeds that you need to know for your exam. What are the different types of deeds that you need to know for your exam? Who knows? Can anybody name different types of deeds that you need to know for your exam? What do you guys think? So I see grant deed, warranty deed, quitclaim deed, trust deed, reconveyance deed. Excellent answers, all of them. I want to go through all these. These are really important you guys know, all right? So the first one we want to go over is something called a quitclaim deed. And Margaret, yes, those two are the same things. A deed of trust and a trust deed is just a different way of saying the same thing. Potato, potato. Okay. So first we're going to go over a quitclaim deed. Who's ever heard of a quitclaim deed? A quitclaim deed. So Reggie Camargo says no warranty. So what does that mean, Reggie, when you say no warranty? No warranty. So what does that mean? Because you guys see the word warranty come up a lot when you see deeds. And I have a feeling it's one of those words where people crank out like no warranty, no implied or express warranties. Because it sounds fancy and it's in the textbook, but they really don't know what it means. So what does the word warranties mean? Anybody know? Okay, good job, Emily. Like there's something clouding the deed. Okay, who else could tell when they say like warranties? What does that mean? Because that's an important part of this. These next we're going to discuss special warranty deed and general warranty deed. Okay, so when they say no express or implied warranties, what they're saying, there's no insurance if there's things that could put a defect in the title. I saw somebody else write cloud the title. Okay, something that could cause the title to be impure, meaning, very simply said, it's not clear that you own it. It's not guaranteed that you have full ownership rights. There could be things limiting your ownership. What should come to mind, because all these words are intertwined, is the bundle of rights. Have you guys heard that term, bundle of rights? That should be the first thing that's discussed in all your textbooks. Doesn't matter if you're in Texas, Florida, New York, California, or Wisconsin. Okay, the bundle of rights. Okay, so what's the bundle of rights? The bundle of rights is all the rights that are incorporated with owning property. So when you have warranties, you don't have all those rights, okay? Does that make sense for everybody? And what I'm trying to do is put this all together and tie it together so you guys understand it a little better, rather than just memorizing independent concepts and independent vocabulary words. So hopefully this is helpful, that we're trying to tie all of it together into one greater concept. So it says no express implied warranties, meaning your bundle of rights are not, could be limited, okay, when you get the property. So that quitclaim deed, make it very simple, is just signing over the property to somebody else. So Jillian, great job, Joe. Thank you, Jillian. So Jillian, and let's say I just sign over the property to her. I just want to give her the property. I just want to put it in her name. What I would use is a quit claim deed. That's right, Reggie. It could have liens. So I'm quit claiming it over to her. When does this happen? Well, you could have like a father to a son, mother to a daughter, or any family member, people you truly trust, like a best friend. And there has to be trust because that person receiving the property is not only accepting the property, but accepting all the problems that come with it. So they have to have faith in you that if something goes wrong, they could contact you, you can work together, and you're not going to leave them hanging with a bag of like gross things. Okay? So it's signed over. Sometimes you see it with divorce. Okay? If two parties agree, say, okay, you get this, and I'm going to get the whole property, you get whatever it is, the cars, whatever it may be. So then one spouse will just quit claim it over to the other. All right? So that's what the quit claim deed. There's no express or implied warranties. The next one in that little ladder is you have the warranty deed. You have a special warranty deed and a general warranty deed. Okay, and we discussed that word warranty before. The special warranty deed insures the property of all those liens and clouds for the duration of the previous owner. It has to do with time. Okay, whereas the general warranty deed is for the duration of all the owners in the property, the full history of the property. Does everybody got that? All right. So that special warranty is just for the duration of the previous owner. Okay. And the general warranty is for all the previous owners. If you're in a state that uses a grantee, the grantee functions the same way as that warranty deed. If you use a grant deed, it's the same thing. Okay. Now, the other deed I heard you guys discuss was a reconveyance deed and a trust deed. We'll leave that alone for right now. But in short, a reconveyance deed is a deed that the bank signs over to you when you fully pay off the loan. Okay? Because you guys remember, when you guys get a property, do you have equitable title or legal title? When you get a loan from a bank, do you have equitable title or legal title? What do you have? So if you borrow money from a bank and you're sitting there living on your property, enjoying yourself with keys and watching TV, what do you have? You have equitable title. For those of you who do not know, can some of you please define what is equitable title? What is meant by equitable title? What do you guys think? Equitable title. So equitable title is the right to use and possess, okay, and the right to gain equity. Nice job, Suna Ko. Right? It's the right to gain equity. Remember, equity is your money above and beyond all liens against it. It's the money that after you sell the property, you can go home and buy a cookie with. Okay. So you have equitable title, the right to use or possess and to gain equity. Meaning if it goes up in value, that money's yours. What is legal title? What is legal title? What is legal title? What do you guys think? What is legal title? Legal title, everybody write this down, is the right to sell. Legal title is the right to sell. Legal title represents the right to sell. Okay? So when you get a loan from a bank, you are not allowed to sell the property. All right? Does everybody understand that? If you have a house and you have a loan, you are not allowed to sell the property. I know some of you guys are like, what? That doesn't make sense. That's crazy. I could sell it whenever I want. But what actually happens is when you have your property, you get a buyer. The buyer gives you the money. You turn around and take that money and give it to the bank. And then the property gets sold. And then the bank reconveys the property back to you, and then it gets sold. And this all happens really quick. It all happens in one big swoop during that escrow process. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? So I know it feels like you have the right to sell, and practically speaking, you do. All right? You do have the right to sell it. But technically speaking, you don't. Technically, the bank has the right to sell. But obviously, when you get a buyer, you get the money, the loan gets paid off, and then you get the right to sell, and then everybody moves on with their life. Okay? Does that make sense? All right? Did I lose anybody on that? So you have equitable title. The buyer gives you the money. You turn around, give that money to the bank, and then the bank now gives you the right to sell it. All right? That's why when I say you don't have the right to sell, it's confusing. Now, when you pay off your loan, and this goes back to what we started this conversation about, the bank will give you that right to sell in the form of something called, everybody ready? Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. All right. A reconveyance deed. They're reconveying the property back to you. Remember, a deed is there to transfer title. Okay. They're transferring title. So they use a deed to transfer title. Remember, guys, we spoke about that. So a deed transfers title. Okay. And so they're using a reconveyance deed in that situation. Everybody got it? Did I lose anybody on that? Or did we all understand what I just said there? How did I do there? Everybody okay with that? Okay, so that had to do that reconveyance deed. All right, we packed a lot of information for that little bit right there. I'll explain it one more time, Sherry, real quick. Okay, you get a house, you have equitable title, okay, which gives you the right to use and possess and gain equity. The bank has legal title, which is the right to sell. You gave the bank legal title when you signed that promissory note. That's what happened. You gave it to them. And you had to give it to them so they'd give you a loan. They're not giving you a loan on the property if you don't give them legal title. Okay? They have the right to sell. One day you find a buyer, the buyer gives you money, you turn around, give that money to the bank, whatever you owe them. Any money above that amount is your equity and you keep it. You give them what they owe. They turn around, reconvey the property to you. They can use a reconveyance deed, and now you could turn around and sell it, and you move on with your life, and everybody lives happily ever after. Okay? And yes, Shannon, that's also when there's a foreclosure. If you don't pay the bank because they have that legal title, they have the right to sell. It's that legal title that gives them the right to foreclose. Does that make sense, Shannon? All right. I went on a little rambling there, guys, but I hope that helped. I felt like that was an important concept, so I really wanted to go over it and make sure everybody understood it. And that's a concept that applies to everybody, no matter where you are. So I hope that was helpful. Okay. Look at this one together. The riparian owner owns land which borders on A, a stream, B, any body of water, C, a lake, or D, the ocean. Taylor James says, do you charge more money than what is on the loan so the seller earns more money? It's all negotiable, Taylor. It's all what all the parties negotiate. There's no law for that. So it just depends on what everybody agrees upon. Okay, and the answer is A, a stream. Good. In which of the following situations would property be reassessed? A, when sold, B, when a property has been rehabilitated or remodeled, C, annually, or D, every 2 years. A, when sold. Good. Property tax are described as ad valorem taxes. Ad valorem most nearly means A, according to value, B, replacement value, C, market value, or D, reproduction value. And the answer is B, according to value. To avoid successor's liability in the buying of a business, which of the following should be filed? A, a bill of sale, B, doctrine of estoppels, C, certificate of clearance, or D, security agreement. Okay, the answer is C. Good. It's just something that clears you of liability. Which of the following would alienate title to property? Securing an alter policy of title insurance, B, recording a homestead, C, conveying title, or D, clouding the title. Adrian, can you make a note about homestead exemptions? So I want to go over that in the webinar later this week, if you would not mind making a note on that. Okay, so we got conveying title. Alienate is to convey. Alienate is to convey. One who is authorized to perform certain acts for another under a power of attorney would be A, attorney at will, B, none of the other options are correct, C, attorney at law, or D, attorney in fact. The answer is D, attorney in fact. Which of the following terms best describes personal property that's by its attachment to real property is regarded as real estate? A, implements, B, appliances, C, personalty, or D, fixtures. D, fixtures. Do you guys know what implements are? Who can tell me what implements are? What's an implement? Implement is crops. Good. Nice job, Robbie. A title insurance policy will protect a buyer from financial losses that are caused by A, an encumbrance to which the policy has not taken exemption, B, an unrecorded easement to which the policy has taken exemption, or C, a change in zoning regulations, or D, a recorded easement to which the policy has taken exception. And the answer is B. Unrecorded easement. Those title policies protect against easements. What is an easement? Who knows what an easement is? Anybody know? What is an easement? So title policies protect against unrecorded easements. And that's the right to cross somebody's property. Reese says, Adrian, good job at answering the question. Feedbacks. Thanks, Reese. I'm super happy to have them. That's awesome. So if you guys noticed, since Adrian's come on board with us, we've been much better about answering the feedbacks that have been coming in. So we're super happy to have them. And it's definitely improved what we've been doing. Oops, faux pas. I forgot to turn my phone off. Sorry, guys. See, I've been becoming too casual and lazy since he's been helping. I need to step up. Okay, which of the following documents is usually prepared on a real estate buyer also purchases a seller's riding a lawnmower? Which of the following documents usually prepared when a real estate buyer also purchases a seller's riding lawnmower? A conditional sales contract, B, a wraparound loan, C, an option, or D, a bill of sale? The only time I'd answer my phone during a webinar if it was my mother. You got to answer mom. You got, right, guys? You can't, like, what do you call it, block the call when mom calls. I think there's like some rules about that, especially when they get past 75. All right, bill of sale. My mother is 78 now. Woo. I will definitely put her on speaker, man. I'll put her on speaker. She'll have no idea what I'm talking about when I say people on a webinar are listening to her. She still doesn't understand why I talk at the computer. All right, here we go. So bill of sales for personal property. Okay. Mike Coons, dang Joe, that means you're intriguing and awesome. Is that the word you're looking for, Mike? I think that's where you're going with that. Okay, the donation of private land for public use is called A, an assignment, B, dedication, C, condonation, or D, accretion. B, dedication. Under which of the following types of liens can both real property and personal property of the debtor be sold to pay the debt? A, real estate tax lien, B, judgment lien, C, assessment lien, or D, mechanics lien? So Reggie's dedication, when you donate something, that's just what it means. It means that it's a dedication to the government. That's when you get the thing named after you and all that good stuff. Okay, the answer here is D, judgment lien. Because a judgment lien is a general lien. Is a general lien. You're doing great, Valerie. Are there any Los Angeles folks here? Who wants to get Starbucks in Los Angeles? I'll be in Los Angeles soon. Where's the Los Angeles people? I was in New York last week and then Miami a little while ago. Where's the Los Angeles people? Los Angeles people who love Starbucks, let me know. Okay, the recording of a deed is A, is all that is required to transfer the title to real estate. B, ensures the interest in a parcel of real estate. C, warrants the title to real property. D, gives constructive notice of the ownership of real property. It gives constructive notice. Good. That's right, Sandra, refresh your YouTube channel. Thanks, Reese. I appreciate it. So I travel a lot, making different connections with different brokers and doing different things for the business. If I'm in your town, I'd love to have coffee with you guys. It's a big thrill to me to actually meet people from behind the computer and see them in person. And you guys don't have to meet me if you're in your town, but I think I'll start announcing what cities I'm in. And if you guys are around and you want to meet up, it's always a pleasure to actually meet you guys rather than just see you as little names in chat windows with little tiny face icons. I will be in Seattle soon. Okay, the title to real estate passes when a valid deed is A, signed and recorded, B, delivered and accepted, C, executed and mailed, or D, filed and microfilmed. And the answer is B, delivered and accepted. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. Tomorrow is Adrian's first webinar. I hope you guys are supportive of him and show up and, bring that positive energy. So we are excited. It'll be great as he gets going to have a different voice do this. Maybe he'll explain things in a different way than I do. So it'll be awesome to have the different perspective and just kind of, shake things up a little bit. He'll be talking about property ownership tomorrow. So with that being said, tomorrow it will be at 10 o'clock Pacific time, which is 1 o'clock East Coast time and 12 o'clock Central time. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. Hey, have a great day. Bye.